Update: someone advised them to report her to the nursing board, residence life, the nursing department at our college, to the police, to the sorority, and her parents. I decided to report her to all the above while hiding at the sorority house. Early yesterday morning, Sarah made her Facebook post about me, and it took only until after lunch for my sorority sisters to start texting me like mad. This was not the first time that Sarah had shamed another sorority sister for having a termination. We will call that particular woman Emily was one of the highest-ranking members. Emily was the one who called the meeting to have Sarah kicked out for breach of the code of conduct. Meanwhile, Residence Life was busy trying to contact Sarah's parents after I showed them her Facebook rants. After the sorority contacted Sarah, she flipped out yet again on Facebook and started to rant about how she wanted to die. The RA on duty decided to speak to her to see if they could help. At this point, it was clear to everyone that Sarah was not right in the head because she was screaming at her through the door crack. Sarah refused to answer the door, so the RA escalated the situation, and no one saw Sarah until the sorority meeting. The sorority meeting at the meeting, everything seemed to be okay. Sarah was the last person to arrive, just sitting and acting normal. Seeing her gush over everyone only hours after pulling her stunt was eerie. Only about half of the sorority was present, but the president decided to proceed regardless. We only took 2 minutes to vote unanimously to kick her out. Emily sat next to me the whole time. To put it mildly, Sarah did not take this well. She turned bright red, spit on the ground in front of Emily and me, and ran out of the room screaming. We called the campus police on her as she left. After the meeting, Sarah returned to our dorm room. The Reese Life administrator tried to speak to her, but she refused to answer the door for over 20 minutes. They had to call the police to kick down the door because she was holding the handle on the inside, so they couldn't unlock it. The police showed up, kicked down the door, and found the dorm destroyed. All the furniture had been smashed, the carpets were covered in food from the refrigerator, and she had painted random swear words on the wall in what looked like blood. They found photos of Harold covered in lipstick in her purse. She resisted the police trying to convince her to accompany them to the hospital peacefully. Sarah was taken to the hospital and charged. She is still in the hospital today, undergoing a psych evaluation. The hospital. Sarah and I were interns working for the pregnancy clinic's hospital. I reported her to HR for theft, harassment, and privacy violations and gave them screenshots from Facebook. As of this morning, Sarah did not turn up for work, so she was terminated for no call no show. HR had me in their office for an hour this morning asking if I would like to press for a HIPAA investigation. It turns out that some of her Facebook rants had information that could only be obtained through patient records. I have no idea what information it was since the HR lady found it. I said yes because there was no way it would hurt for Sarah to be investigated. HR also notified the nursing board and the nursing department at my college independently of my reports. So I think that's pretty much everything. Sarah has been arrested and charged, kicked from the sorority, fired from her job, kicked out of the dorms, and numerous reports were made to the proper authorities. I still care for Sarah with all of my heart because I realize that she is severely mentally ill. I will always blame her for what she did to me, but I know that it wasn't the best friend that I had known for all those years. It was a different person who did that to me. I am feeling physically fine after all of this. Harold and I are talking about getting an apartment off campus together. I will stay in the sorority house if that doesn't work out. Sarah's parents have promised to pay me back for the termination costs, $400, because they know I didn't do anything wrong. I'm grateful that I have their support.